Sixth graders, we're going to work on lesson 2.6, which is on what, Ariana?
Which is on dividing.
Very good. How to divide numbers with decimals. Starting with a number that has a decimal point in it, how do we put it into groups of a whole number? All right? That's what dividing with decimals means. That we, starting with a number that is not a whole number, 3 7/8 is not a whole number, and we're going to divide it or put it into groups of a whole number. What's that second number called, Nate? No, look. The divisor, yep, pay attention up here. Okay, the divisor. The first number is called the what? Daria? The dividend, yes. So we have the dividend and the divisor. Okay? Now, the divisor must be a what? Next.
Must be a whole number.
It has to be a whole number, right? We have to have a whole number divisor when we're dividing this. All right? This number 6 is a whole number, so we can move on. Which number goes in the house, Debbie? The dividend, the first number when you're setting up the problem, always goes in the house. Right? And what do we do at the decimal point once we've written the number in? Tyler. Bring it up. Yeah, even before we divide, we're going to move the number up, or the decimal point up into the answer. Move the decimal point straight up into the answer, where the answer is. Okay? Even before you can start dividing, you can do that. All right? We know that that's where the decimal point will go in our answer. Okay? Once we've done that, we're ready to divide. And just like when we were multiplying, you know how you multiplied out without worrying about where the decimal point goes until the very end? Remember that? Remember that, everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah. The same thing is true when you're dividing. You divide this out and not worry about the decimal point until the very end. Okay? So, we've got our problem set up. We know where the decimal point's going to go. Now we're going to start dividing. 6 into 3 first.
0.
Doesn't go in, right?
Yeah.
3 is too small. 6 can go into 37. 6 times. 6 times 6 is 36. Subtract to find the remainder. Then if we can bring down another number. 18. 6 goes into 18 3 times. 3 times 6 is 18. We have a remainder of 0. So the answer is
0
Jen.
6,300.
63 hundredths, right. 63 hundredths. Let's say that we're going to start our assignment, number 2. And the question is, where does the decimal point go? 9 into 7 and 11 hundredths. Which number is the divisor in this? Roy?
7 and 1100.
The divisor.
Oh, the 9.
The 9 is the divisor. Is that a whole number?
Yes. Yes.
All right, good. We need a whole number there. Okay? What's the dividend? Carson? This is the divisor. What's the dividend? Good. Read it.
7 and 11,
11, second place is called the
10.
hundredths. Yep, 7 and 11 hundredths. Now, I want you to think about this. If we're going to make piles of 9, and we're starting with 7 and something, are we going to have a whole pile?
No.
Or are we going to have less than a pile? Less than a whole pile? Less than a whole group? If you have 7, and I say give me 9, are we going to be able to have a whole group? Or less than 1? How many of you think less than 1? Yeah, you don't have enough for one whole. So we know that our first number here is going to be 0. Right?
Yeah.
And then when we move the decimal point up into the answer, it's going to be after the 0, after the first place. Because 9 can go into 71. How many times does it go in? What's the rest of the problem in the book? Cool?
It goes in 6 times.
Close.
7 times.
7 times. 7 times 9 is 63. Remainder 8. Bring down the 1. 9 goes into 81. 9 times. Right? And look, our answer is less than 1. 0 and 79 hundredths. 0 wholes and 79 hundredths of 1. Like 79 cents of a dollar. Okay? Now, this first question, it's about where to put the decimal point, isn't it?
Yeah.
How should we move the decimal point up when we're putting it in the answer? Where should we put it when we're putting it into the answer? Should we put it off to the side?
No.
Should we put it at the beginning?
No.
Put it where?
Right above.
Come on, people. You should know this. Emily.
Right above the
Yes, straight up into the answer. Repeat that, everybody.
Straight up
To the answer.
Straight up into the answer. And then what? Once we have the decimal point in, then we can divide it out. Then we can divide it out. Okay? Number 4. Where would number 4 go? $18 into, there we go. 18 into 4 and 86 hundredths. Then it gives you 0 to 7. Where would the decimal point go? Would it go here? No. Jeremiah? Behind the 0. Because 18 doesn't go into 4. Does 18 go into 48?
Wait, yes.
Yeah, it would go 2 times, right? 2 times 18 is 36. 18 plus 18. 2 times 18, 36. Find the remainder. Bring down the next number. How many times would 18 go into 126? It's already there.
Oh,
Roy?
7.
7 times. 7 times 18 is 126. Right? Well, let's do one more. Number 18. Yep. In your assignment, you have to do number 18. So let's do one of those together. It says estimate, and then find the actual answer. Estimate, then find the actual answer. What would we round these to? What would this one round to?
21.
Okay, we could do 21 and 7, or that would be pretty good. 7 out of 21. Or out of 20. What goes into 20 that's close to 7.6? Now, when you are writing these, here's how I want you to write them. For estimating, write it this way. Oops. This pen isn't working very well. I want you to write the division like this. Where do we see this when we're doing... What is that? It's a fraction. A fraction is the same as division. How about this? 10 out of 20. How much is that?
Oh.
What's another way to write that? Right? It's 1/2, right? 1/2, or 0.5. So this is approximately 7 over 21. You know what this is in lowest terms, Cal?
1/3.
That's 1/3. Or 1/2. Those are all estimates of our division, okay? So what I'd like you to do for estimates is to round it to the nearest whole number and then write it as a fraction. Okay? Round it to a whole number and write it as a fraction. Neat?
But can we do another one?
Yeah, yep. Round it to a whole number. Let's finish this one first and then I'll do another one with you. Let's go back to our original problem. 7.6 divided by 19. Well, we know it's about 1/2 or 1/3, right?
Yeah.
So, the decimal point goes up into the answer. Whoops, make that a point. Now, 19 goes into 7 0 times. Can go into 76. How many times? What do you think? Well, more than twice. Cool?
4?
4 times. Let's try 4. 4 times 9 is 36. 36. That's how we write that. Everybody see that? 36. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 3 is 7. Remainder 0. Our answer is 0.4. Okay, I hope all of you are copying this. Okay,
What's with the 10 and the 21?
let's do number 20. Start with the problem. $197 and 12 cents divided by 28. Now, round it to a whole number and write it as a fraction. What's $197.28 close to? Abby? 200. Write it as a fraction. What's close to 200? What's 28 close to?
You could do 20 to make it easier.
Yeah, we can do 20 to make it easier, because 20, because then we could do this. 20 divided by 2 is 10. So 10 is a good estimate.
Wait, what about what if you did like 30 and 180?
30 and 180? Yep. What would if we did this? Since we're from our fantasy football league, you have to divide by 25, right?
We do?
Don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to divide by 25. What's 200 divided by 25?
Oh.
What if we use 25? What's 200 divided by 25? 8. Would that be a good estimate?
Yeah.
So 8 would also be a good estimate.
So circle, please.
No, you can write one of them. Do you see the process though? Do you understand the process? We're rounding this to a number we can work with, a whole number, and then finding a number that goes into it, or writing it as a fraction. Sometimes the top number will be smaller than the bottom number. Sometimes it'll be bigger. Okay? Now, let's do the question. 197.12 divided by 28. What should we do at the decimal point? Come on, people. What do we do at the decimal point? Ariana. Move it straight up into the answer. Now let's use our estimates to help us figure out what to do here. The 28 go into 19. It doesn't go into 1. It doesn't go into 19. Does it go into 197? Well, our estimates were 8 and 10. We know it's not once. What could we put here? What would be a good one to try? Max?
Maybe like 6, and also you forgot to take the dollar sign and put that in the answer too. For the
For the estimate? Yeah, good point.
no, in the problem, you forgot to put the dollar sign in it.
Okay. You want to try? What did you want to try?
6.
6. 6 times 8 is 48. 6 times 2 is 12. Plus 4 is 16. Some of you have this one already done. You're not writing anything. Then subtract. 17 minus 8 is 9. 8 minus 6 is 2. Oh, 29. What do we do if the remainder is bigger than the divisor?
Oh,
Don't bring it down another number. We have to change this. We can go in another time, right? We can make another 28 out of this. So we have to change it from 6 to 7. Yes. Change this to 7. Erase. Try 7. 7 times 8 is 56. And 7 times 2 is 14. Oops, I forgot 5 here. 7 times 2 is 14 plus 5 is 19. Remainder 1. Bring down the 1. Does 28 go into 11? We can only bring down one number at a time. So now we have to put a 0 here. And then we can bring down another number. Okay? 28 into 112. Maybe 4 times?
yeah.
Okay, let's try 4. 4 times 8 is 32. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 3 is 11. Remainder 0. We get it. $7.04. And look at our estimates, 8 and 10. We're pretty close. Okay? Now, for the actual dividing portion, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more of those. 5 more of these type. These are going to take up a lot of space. They'll take up a lot of paper. Okay, that's okay. Use the paper. Alright? Use plenty of paper. The first part is just putting the decimal point in. The second part, you're going to have to do some more figuring. Okay? But the process is simple. The process is the same that we've been doing for quite a while in dividing these out. And you can do it. I know you can. Use estimation to help you. Okay?